Love stories. Love stories are undoubtedly the most relatable genre of the movie across the world. And of course, Bollywood sits on the top of the list when it comes to love stories. If you have seen any romantic movie, then you know it all begins when they meet each other. This first meeting is very important as it decides further course of the film. Whether they both fall in love or they hate each other or one of them falls for the other or there is just lot of awkwardness between them. Whichever it is, this scene when they meet for the first time generally is the beginning of a conflict or the trigger of the events for each of the characters to happen. This is called Meet Cute Scene. Hello everyone and welcome to yet another episode of Decoding the Metaphor. Today we will be analyzing love stories and specifically the scene in the love stories where two characters first meet. Popularly and unsurprisingly called Meet Cute because they meet in a very cute fashion. Oh. Well, not just cute. It could also be dramatic, humorous or totally strange. Whichever it is, they could be one of the following four types based on what is the outcome of their first meeting. Type 1 Pull. A boy and a girl collide with each other. One of them is holding books or papers which fall off. They lock eyes while bending down to pick those up and instantly fall for each other. This is classic pull meet cute scene. Examples of this are movies like Sairat, Lutera, Parinita, Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. However, the most recent example of this is the web series Panchayat. This is the last scene of season 1 when frustrated Abhishek climbs up the water tank to have a better view of the village and is very disappointed. Then he hears someone on the top and finds out
हम रिंकी प्रधान जी की बेटी.
This scene comes at a perfect time as Abhishek was looking for some hope to stay back at the village. Then in season 2, we see small movements between him and Rinku which hints that they both are attracted to each other. Though this scene is very short but is apt to convey the thought and that too without any explicit dialogues. Type 2 Push. This type of meet cute scene is used when characters cast a very bad first impression on each other. Either they start disliking or remain completely indifferent to each other. In Jab We Met, this is also a character establishment scene for Geet, a very talkative girl telling her story to everyone she meets. We already know what kind of a situation Aditya is in. Hence, we instantly know that this encounter is going to be really interesting. The characters are contrasting to each other. And notice how this is depicted through their costumes as well. Aditya is indifferent and barely looks at Geet once or twice. He is irritated because he wants silence and Geet is doing exactly the opposite. There is no scene or nothing happens that would make them stay together. And thus, this is push meet cute scene. Type 3 Pull. This is another classic train meet cute scene to understand push-pull type of meet cute scene. DDLJ, the most popular Bollywood love story of all time, also begins on a train. We all know the family backgrounds of both the characters by this time. And also that Simran's dad hates people like Raj. The two meet when Raj helps Simran to get into a train just in time. Raj starts flirting with her and knowing the kind of family she grows in, she does not like it at all. The push-pull scene creates an inherent conflict. The goal of one character is to be with the other, whereas the other one definitely does not like that. This type begs for a strong character establishment before the meet cute scene. And if the characters are themselves are contrary to each other and are different on the basis of economical and social status, then that adds to the conflict. Another example of this type is movie Ranjana, in which religion adds to the conflict. Type 4 Nervous Neutral. And yet again, we see a train scene. Naina lived in a caged world and her inner desire is to break free. She is involved in herself and so frightened to break out of her comfort zone. She would eventually fall for Bunny, but right now she is so focused on herself. And Bunny is indifferent as he knows her as a scholar student, not in his league. Both the characters stay indifferent to each other and hence this becomes neutral nervous type of meet cute scene. Meet cute scenes generally occur in the first act of the movie, in cases where that is the main story of the film. In longer forms like web series, this may come much later. Meet cute scenes are generally difficult to write and can become memorable on the account of two factors. One, when the situation is unique and not cliche, like in Three Idiots and Panchayat. The audience will remember the scene for the unusual circumstances under which the characters met. And two, when the clash of two distinct personalities are pronounced clearly, like in Z and MD. More the differences in the nature of the characters, more are the obstacles in getting them together. A meet cute scene can make their audience remember their first interaction with their loved ones. And if that happens, they get emotionally involved in the movie. And thus, meet cute scene also functions as an emotional hook point. So did you think of how you met your love when you watched this scene in your favorite movie? Is that relatable enough? Do let us know in the comments below. And as always, please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.